Okay, this screencast is in response to number 20 here from the latest homework, 2.1, 2.3, and 2.4. It says solve 6x squared plus 19x equals 36. Alright, one of the first things I want to do here before I solve is I want to have a 0 over there on the right side of the equal sign. To do that, I'm going to subtract 36, and then I'll get that accomplished. So I have 6x squared plus 19x minus 36 is equal to 0. Okay. The reason I want to have a 0 over there on the right side of the equal sign, I want to factor this left side over here and then set each factor equal to 0 and solve. And really, what it boils down to, the only way I can do that is by setting that equal to 0. That said, now we need to try and factor this over here on the left side. Okay. Normally what I try to do is factor a number or something out of each term. But in this case, that middle coefficient 19 is prime, so I can't factor any number out of it. And that leaves me with the AC method. So I need to break it down using the AC method. My AC is going to be 6 times negative 36. That's going to be my AC. I could do the arithmetic by hand if I want, but I don't want to, so I'm going to use a calculator. And my AC, as it turns out, is negative 216. Alright, my B term is here in the middle, and that's positive 19. So I need two things that multiply to be negative 216, and the same two things add to equal to 19. Okay. So just kind of thinking about this, I know that negative 216, in order to multiply and get that, it's probably going to be a positive times a negative. 19, I probably want a positive something larger than 19 and a negative, so I can subtract the two and get it to equal 19. So let's just take a look at some factors of 216 here. Let's see, 216, I know that's going to be 6 times 6 times 6. So 36 times 6 would certainly be a factor. Let's see. So if I divide that by 36, I would get negative 6. And 36 minus 6 is not going to get me what I want. That's only going to give me 30. So I know that's not my A, and that's not the numbers I want to factor here to use for my AC method. So let's try a couple others here. Let's see, 216, what happens if we divide that by something a little bit less than 36? Is it divisible by maybe 24? It is, but 24 minus 9 is not going to get me where I want to be. 15. So let's see, I need something maybe a little bit larger. 216, can I divide that by 27? Yeah, there we go. Alright. So 216 actually would equal 27 times negative 8, and 27 minus 8 is a really good pair of numbers because 27 minus 8 equals 19. That's where I want to be. I use these two numbers, 27 and negative 8, to rewrite this middle term, 19x, in order to be able to use my factor by grouping. So now I've got 6x squared plus 27x minus 8x minus 36. Now I can do my factor by grouping on the first two terms and the second two terms. From the first two terms, I can factor out a 3x, and that's going to leave me with 2x plus 9 on the inside of those parentheses. So I factored out the 3x from those two terms right there in parentheses. Here, with 8x minus 36, I can factor out a negative 4, and that's going to leave me with 2x. And then negative 4 times positive 9 would give me back that negative 36 from the previous step. So I want to be sure that, that I am factoring correctly there. Alright, now I am in pretty good shape. I can go ahead and complete my factor by grouping. And remember, when you have factor by grouping, you want, in this step here, you want these two expressions in parentheses to be identical, and that will help you complete the factor by grouping. Because when we complete it, it's going to be this first factor in front of these first parentheses here, 3x, minus, or plus this next factor, which in this case is negative 4, in front of these parentheses here. And then we just put our two identical other factors from our previous step into 1, like that. And that's our factored quadratic equation. Now it's really downhill because I can just set each factor equal to 0 and solve. So 3x equals to 4, x is equal to 4/3. Good shape so far. So there's one of my answers. The other one's going to be 2x plus 9. Subtract 9 from both sides. And my other answer is going to be that x equals negative 9/2. So we get 4/3 and negative 9/2. And if we go over here to our answer key, I'll make sure we got the answers right on that. That was number 20, I believe. Yeah, negative 9/2 and 4/3. Very good. Okay. And I'll go ahead and do number 19 here with the complex numbers in the next screencast.